Hello guys, welcome to the Golda show. Like you know, this show is all about entertainment, fashion and lifestyle. I am your host Golda C in Bako, and I will be right back after this short break. Welcome back. Yeah, today I have a special guest in the house and he goes by the name Obina Okoro, also known as Achara Man. Now I'm going to let him to do the full introduction of himself and Achara Man, I'm happy to have you on the conversation.
My pleasure too, you know what I mean?
And so, I would want you to like introduce yourself more to.
Okay, do a rundown about myself?
Yeah, go ahead.
No problem, you know what I'm saying? Like you earlier said, my original name is Obina Okoro, and I am a Sharaman, Bama musical brand, aka the Jewel of the East Coast, the Archbishop of Microphone Diocese, your girlfriend best friend, like I always say, you know what I mean? The wisdom
my
child.
Girlfriend's best friend. Oh boy.
You know what I mean? The wisdom child, you know what I'm saying? The showstopper, motivational speaker, writer, and poet at the same token, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I am also a compare, you know what I mean? So.
Wow, a lot of AKAs.
Yeah,
wow.
A whole lot of them.
But I'm loving the wisdom child more.
Yeah, what about the jewel of the East Coast? Yeah, you know.
All right, it's a pleasure having you here.
Yeah.
So, I would like us to talk on an issue, and this issue has been, giving some of us concern here in the state, and it has to do with hip hop. You're a hip hop artist and a renowned one at that in the state, and I would really want to know your views on this issue that has to do with hip hop artists not being, up in pair with, the bongo artists, the high life artists here in the state.
First of all, you ask yourself, where are you coming from and where you want to go? You said hip hop artists not being at the same level, or should I say not giving the same respect that the other counterparts from other genre of music get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any hip hop artist who expect his or herself to get the same respect that bongo artists get, for me, doesn't want to grow. You know what I mean? Because their audience is bigger. The hip hop audience is very much bigger. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is worldwide. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, anywhere in the world, people boogie and learn to hip hop. So any hip hop artist who want to limit himself by mere going to burial, wakekeeping and all that, that's it. That's to me it's trash. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop artists should just look beyond their nose and then plan of how to put up a show on your own, brand your show. Like Eminem has an Eminem show. You know what I mean? Fiddy has his own show. Everybody had their own show. You know what I mean? Just brand your show, make it annual. You know what I mean? So by the time you do that, before between 5, 6, 7 years, you'll turn into a great brand. And true, our problem here is that people are too in a hurry to grow. You know what I mean? So
that's
most times,
hip-hop
yeah. You see a hip hop art now. Maybe Whiskey drop a song and the song is everywhere. One other hip hop artist where I want to be like Whiskey tomorrow. You don't know his network. You don't know the kind of work they put in, the kind of connection he has on ground, and how many years he has been in the game. Alright, and this is like a journey. The more you go, the more you learn. So you don't just fall out today like want to be a Charaman tomorrow. No, this is my 17 years in the struggle. You know what I mean? So each year I learn. You know what I mean? I've never been to any TV interview, where apart from this Golda show. So I think I am also learning from here too. So it's experience I'm also gathering. So somebody out there now who has never been to my position would also wake up to tomorrow to be like Achara. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So another opportunity that the hip hop artists have, and I think they are not utilizing, is the internet. You know what I mean? So there are some of us on Facebook, you don't even know that they are in the internet.
Seriously.
You see somebody, you know what I mean? You go to your you take your girlfriend out maybe to a mall or something. You gotta be snapping where there are goose in them. You taking selfie. You don't go to studio. You take some good photographs and write stories about you. Give people to blog your pictures and all that. So by so doing, you separate yourself from being down there. And I mean, and by so doing, your own audience will start, respecting you.
Yeah.
because the bongo people believe, let me go to this burial, or let me go to this wakekeeping, or let me go to this ceremony, and then charge 5,000 and then get spread 100,000 on stage. To them, that's their target. You know what I mean? Then you, the hip hop artist, you know what I'm saying? Your own target should be, how am I going to put up this world class concert? You know what I mean? Who's going to costume me? Am I going to come out with Sean John, or maybe or Gucci or Prada? Am I going to come out with local fabric? Who's going to consume me? You know what I'm saying? So people ain't going to think that way, and they don't want to, level themselves with bongo artists. I don't even do that. I see the bongo artists, I want them to prosper. I want them to be even the biggest kind of cultural music that comes off, from Africa, from part of the world.
Yeah.
So then me too, I also want to be Michael Jackson, because every artist come from my locality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our people here, I think they all really want to wake up. There's nobody holding us down. It's just our mentality. It's the only thing holding us down.
Wow, that's something big you've said there. We are the ones holding ourselves down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so let's go personal.
Alright.
Okay. So what drew you into the music industry?
Nothing drew me in. Music drew me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, music chose me. I didn't choose music.
Okay. Music chose you, right?
Yeah. Like.
So, gist me, how did it choose you?
Okay. Okay. Here are two different balls right now.
Okay.
All right. You want to do this, but this want to do you. Are two different things. So when you want to do this, like, sometimes you also want to do another thing, but this want to do you, and this swallowed you. So you now leave this, so you have no option than to obey the call of that person that chose you. Music chose me. Okay. So that's why I leave music. I can't even go a day, a minute without even thinking about one line or the other. So, but if you want to do music, you either do it because something inspired you. Maybe you saw the kind of cars they show in their video. Maybe Jay-Z showed a Lamborghini, or maybe 50 Cent was showing his Bugatti and stuff. So you want to do music.
And that's not a good reason for doing music.
Nah. So music chose me.
Okay.
All right. And you see, people who chose to do this get influenced by this. But people who disinfluence, like music influenced me. So I am a conscious artist. There are two different things between being an entertainer and being an artist. And an entertainer is one who just want to go to the studio, put up anything he or she can leverage on and make money and call the society. And the artist is one who stays quiet and study his environment and want to make a change. Okay. Just like Tupac did, just like Bob Marley did, just like Michael Jackson did. You know what I mean? People like that have songs that can change the world. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna compare maybe somebody saying any Bungunungu and Michael Jackson healed the world. So this one was chosen by this, and this one chose this. Yeah. So music chose me.
Alright, people. We'll be taking a short break for the video of the day. We still have the man Achara with us, the wisdom child.
Aye.
We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Naija relax, regular futawa. LA relax, regular futawa. Cause City relax, regular futawa. You never even see anything. PH relax. Yeah. Connect 5 in the building. Achara man in the house, big switch on the big Lego. I don't walk, I come farm. One day my work not come farm. Said I don't walk, I come farm. One day my work not come farm. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. See, I have a short story about one girl, and I bought my comfort. Obi na Port Harcourt, Nakoko Uniport, on a rewa granot, Amaya na high court, Ebe Atia na low court, on a tapa carrot, Oja Sotapaya na airport, Papaya de Mepa import, export, yogurt, Lemon na cheap, na chiku, le wanna die for na goto. I dey walk, I come farm. One day my work na come farm. Said I dey walk, I come farm. The one that might walk now confirm. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. See, I have another story about one girl. And I want Caroline. Caroline in a regular canteen. Caroline when you put martini. Caroline the music was a penny. Hey, I'm on the care what I want. You know we a big ball at the bio. See, my guys he don't shy. Go to Kuku Nana. Hey, this is another hit. If I get so good, them fuel it. If you hate it, you easy with. Ebo masanata moka bisikiti. DJ Biko play it. DJ Biko hapo yana repeat. The work I confirm. One of my work not confirm. So that the work I confirm. The one of my work not confirm. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. Say guys, oh yeah. Say chicks, oh yeah. See, bam bam bam, bam bam bam, bam bam bam, wow.
Alright guys, welcome back, and we still have Achara man here with us. Now Achara, I would want you to tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, so that your fans out there or people who are loving you will get to know you better.
I'm on Golda, so it's a kind of run and exposure about myself, right?
Yeah.
My name is, like I said earlier, Okoro, and I'm from Omunomo, Itafuku, Neparazu, Ayazumbi, local government.
Okay, Control 5.
Yeah, Control 5 in the building.
Yeah.
I think that's me. Then I'm the second child, but the first son in the family of 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So now, tell me, is there a hidden meaning in any of your songs, the songs you've done?
Yep.
Do you have any kind of hidden meaning behind the songs?
Yeah.
And let me know which one it is.
Okay. My biggest song at the moment is Relax.
Okay.
Actually, there's nothing hidden meaning, like it's like a prophecy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I said relax in Igbo, in English, which simply means relax. Things are still coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I was coming up, things was very difficult for me, and it's like everybody is blowing and I'm not blowing. So somebody came up to me like, bro, what are we still waiting for? I said, one, relax. After, because no matter how big you get, somebody else will also get big someday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So life is big by big. So that's actually what I mean to it.
Okay, all right. Now, when we were discussing about hip hop artists not being, up to par, you mentioned a lot of things about them, identifying themselves, saying this is me. If you don't, creating awareness and all. Now, I know you go to shows. Right. I mean, when you talk about hip hop artists in this state, Achara man is up there. Now, I want to know, have you ever been late for a show, or just cancelled a show, just like that, without even letting the organizers know?
I've never been late. I've never been late on a show from my own angle.
Okay.
Depends on the angle of the. If I'm late, it comes from the angle of the organizer. Okay. All right, and I've never cancelled a show from my own angle too. It also goes down to the organizer. All right. If you bid me to be on a show this afternoon, and by 10 in the morning you've never told me how it's going to be, my arrangement, my hotel arrangement, and whatever, and my take home, whatever, and by 12 you still not told me, by 1 you just called me like, okay, it's time, start coming. But probably I might
without being settled.
Yeah, I might think that maybe there's something happening. So I won't be there right on time. But if you tell me like 4 or 5 hours earlier, I'll be there on time.
Alright guys, we'll be going in for the 5 pillars. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. On today's 5 pillars, we will be looking at the 5 African civilizations more amazing than ancient Egypt. Unknown to most people, hundreds of smaller kingdoms have popped up throughout Africa's history, with some eventually growing into powerful empires. These vast nations united Africa, managed wealthy trade routes, and controlled a potluck of cultures. On number 5, we have Kingdom of Kush. Relatively unknown outside of Africa, the Kingdom of Kush was located in present-day Sudan. This civilization was strikingly similar to Egypt and once ruled like Egyptian pharaohs. The Kushites also mummified their dead, built pyramids as burial grounds, and worshipped deities as gods. However, there were several key differences between the two cultures. Iron had become a huge resource for Kush, while the Egyptians were still discovering the wonders of this metal. Women also played a much bigger role in Kush society, and queens often succeeded the kings. In fact, one of the biggest pyramids in Kush was built to honor a female ruler. Kush was also famous for its Acharas, who were often depicted in artwork. However, it's theorized that their culture declined after Kush was invaded by Ezana from Asum and then taken over by a new society called the Earth Group, also known as the Balana culture. On number 4, we have the Songhai Empire. The Songhai Empire spanned thousands of miles across much of Western Africa. Lasting nearly 800 years, the kingdom was considered one of the greatest empires in the world from the 15th to the 16th century. As with other African civilizations, Songhai derived most of its wealth from trading, which was extremely safe due to the 200,000-person army placed along its provinces. Several thousand cultures were under its control, all held together by a centralized government bureaucracy. A new currency was also created, which allowed the diverse cultures to blend and unite. The size of this empire was its downfall, with its enormous territories too difficult to control. Songhai tumbled into civil war, and by the end of the 16th century, the once mighty empire had fractured into smaller, squabbling kingdoms. On number 3, we have the land of Punt. Located in present-day Somalia, Punt was considered the Atlantis of Africa. Unlike most African civilizations, the people of this land of the gods were described as having dark red complexions and long hair, and citizens lived in reed huts on stilts above the water. Trading missions between Egypt and Punt were common, including the first documented floral exchange when Queen Hatshepsut traded trees during her famous expedition. All sorts of goods were exchanged with Punt, from incense and ivory to human dwarfs and pygmies. Although the exact location of Punt is still debated, it has been described as being lush and green. Sailors most likely reached it by traveling through the Red Sea or by drifting down the Nile in small sailing boats. Many people believe that Punt had a huge influence in Egypt culture, from their literature to their religion. Despite this, some historians question whether Punt even existed. On number 2, we have the Zulu Empire. The start of the kingdom was spurred by Shaka Zulu, the illegitimate son of Chief Zenzenganuga. After dodging several attempted murders and bloody family disputes, Shaka became chief of the Zulus. Using his groundbreaking military tactics, Shaka helped the empire rise to its rich and famous heights. The Zulu Empire's biggest accomplishment stems from being one of the most feared African civilizations during the colonial period. By introducing the equal spear and creating the bull formation, Shaka trained his warriors so well that they eventually defeated the British invasion. The Zulu grew into a powerful but violent empire. However, by the 1900s, it had been absorbed into the Cape Colony. Today, parts of Zulu form the modern country of South Africa. On number 1, we have the ancient Carthage, an early Phoenician settlement. The ancient city-state of Carthage was located in modern-day Tunisia and covered much of the Mediterranean. Its strategic placement and abundance of trade allowed Carthage to grow quite wealthy. As the Carthage people were extremely skilled in furniture crafting, Punic cushions, mattresses, and beds were an expensive luxury. At one point, her Roman rivals unsuccessfully attempted to copy their designs. Carthage also created an intricate system of governmental checks and balances, wrote a constitution, and managed an extensive library. Unfortunately, most of their literature was destroyed or given as gifts to Numidian kings. Only one book remains, a manual on agricultural technique that was translated into Greek. Eventually, Carthage was burnt and plundered by the expansion of the Roman Empire. However, Carthage city-state left an indelible mark as a rich trading empire and a powerful commercial force in Africa. Welcome back. We still have in the house with us Achara man, the wisdom child, the jewel of the East.
It is what it is. Blah, blah, blah.
So now, Achara, I know you're all about music and hip hop and everything, but aside from music, is there any other thing you do for a living?
Yeah, everything I do is all about art. You know what I'm saying? So my life is about art. Like my collection of poems are coming out. You know what I'm saying? My publisher just told me, so I'm about to launch a poem. And I'm also coming up with a program that is called Poetic Night in Owerri.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we teach young people what poetry is all about.
Okay.
Because most rappers who say they are rappers don't even know what's poetry, don't even know what's figures of speech and all that. So I'm writing a book on that direction. I am also a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? So, aside music and compare, we also have some other things we do to keep others so together. Yeah.
All right, now tell me, aside from hip hop music, do you also, experiment with other genres?
Yeah, 100% I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of artist that believe that you must remain in one kind of style of music because, like I said, if music chose you, you will do music. If Wyclef Jean has remained as a rapper, he wouldn't have been a superstar because The Yellow wasn't a rap song.
Yeah.
You get it? So if a song come to me like it's going to be singing, I'm going to sing it. I have the voice. If it's rap, then I'll deliver the poetry. That's what it is.
Wow. I know rap is like poem.
Yep.
All right then. Okay, so tell me, in addition to your performance fee, are there other costs included in, say for instance, one wants to hire you for a show and stuff? So
every thing is negotiated at once. Like if I'm coming, this is how much I charge, and this is what the welfare is all about. Okay. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna pay me ₦1 and also expect me to pay from the ₦1 my accommodation. You know what I'm saying? Else I'm coming to help a friend. But if it is business for coming, as soon as we discuss this and we agree on the terms of you paying me upfront for my performance, then you not take care of my welfare. If I'm coming with my team, I said, okay, I'm gonna come with a team of 3. If we're booking a flight, we're gonna pick a flight for the team of 3. Because I'm not gonna fly and let others come through the bus. You know what I'm saying? So if we are sleeping, it's gonna be like 3 hotel rooms at the same time. So that's possible.
Alright, you heard him. He's not a cheap artist though. So if you're thinking or planning of inviting him, you heard him.
Yeah.
Now I'll be right back. We're taking a break for tips for the day. Don't go nowhere. On today's tips for the day, we'll be looking at healthy eating, juicing for health, the pros and cons. Juicing is a trend that has really caught on all over the world. People are walking around sipping on homemade or store-bought colorful beverages which boast content like apples, spinach, carrots, lemon, and kale. Despite the popularity, many are wondering if the hype really lives up to the expectations. As with most things, there are pros and cons to juicing. Pros: the World Health Organization recommends that we consume at least 400 grams of fruits and vegetables every day. Average person, however, falls short of this goal. Juicing provides an entry point for fruits and vegetables in the diet and allows the average person to consume amounts. Juices contain numerous valuable fruits and vegetables and are low in harmful fats and sodium. Some health advocates state that juices are readily absorbed into the bloodstream, allowing the body to absorb as much of the vitamins and minerals from the fruits and vegetables. Cons: although juicing allows for increased fruit and vegetable intake, it has some disadvantages. Unless protein powder is added, juice is low in protein. This may cause a loss of lean muscle mass and consequent decrease in metabolism. Fruits and vegetables are one of the best sources of dietary fiber. However, many people who juice discard the pulp, literally throwing away valuable nutrients in the trash. Fiber is necessary for good digestive health condition, lowering cholesterol, regulating blood sugars, and promoting satiety. The body generally does not recognize liquid calories, and so there is a potential to overeat if one is not paying attention to hunger cues. Depending on the types of fruits and vegetables used in the juicing process, juicing can be expensive. It takes about 4 oranges to make a cup of juice, and together with that, one may choose to add a variety of vegetables which all add to the cost. Bottom line, juicing can be a simple, tasty way to add fruits and vegetables to your diet. However, if you choose to juice, consider making smoothies which include all parts of the fruits and vegetables. That way, you are assured of getting adequate nutrients. Yeah, welcome back, and we still have Achara Man on the Golda show.
Yeah.
Now, Achara, I want us to play a game.
All right.
And this game is truth or dare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you choose truth, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer it truthfully.
All right.
Okay. And if you choose dare, I'm going to give you a task which you're going to carry out here.
All right, no problem.
All right, so which one are you going for?
Truth.
Truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your most awkward date ever.
I think
I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah. And I mean, the first time I lost all my songs in one hard drive that crashed. That was I was about finalizing my album, recorded about 17 tracks, paid fully. I wasn't in the studio, mixed, mastered, and I got a hard drive, transferred it to my own hard drive, and at the process of fixing the thing, my own hard drive crashed.
Oh shit.
So
and 17 tracks just went like that.
Went off.
That must have been a very terrible day.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Of course.
So how were you able to recover?
Of course, the songs are in my brain, so it took me time, about 4 years after.
Oh man.
It was a slow process, but
I'm so sorry about that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, people, we've had the pleasure of having Achara Man with us on this episode of the Golda show. Now, Achara, what do you have? What's of advice for the upcoming hip hop artists?
Oh yeah, my advice is simple. Our time is up, right? You do what is right. Abstain from crime. Keep your heads cool and be law abiding. Don't go to jail and never you derail. Peace out.
Peace out. Yo, this is the end. We've come to the end of the Golda show with Achara Man, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Having you.
Yeah. Thank you. Keep watching
Yeah.
Golda see.
Alright, I'm your host Golda Ndribako. If you did enjoy this program, don't forget to follow us on our social media handle, Golda C Show. Bye. See you same time next
Peace
week.
out.